Hey guys, I'm Rich. I started this channel just to kind of give back. I watch a lot of videos on things I don't know anything about. But there's a lot of things I do know and a lot of projects I do. So I figured I'd give back a little bit. Maybe this kind of stuff will interest you, maybe it won't. It's gonna be some projects I've done in the past. Like I built this pond over here, kind of little by little over a 5-year period. Took a lot of pictures, don't have a lot of video, but maybe I can walk you through how I did it. I've got this cabin slash man cave behind me. Currently working on that, all post and beam construction. That's probably going to be our first step with the videos, is to go through. I got like a slideshow I'm going to sit there and make of where I came from to where I am now, and then kind of continue with the project from here on out. Everything you see there been cut with trees off my property for the most part, as far as the timber framing goes. And maybe through the process we'll sit there and go through, check out the sawmill, how we sit there and mill it all. So if this seems like something that will interest you, click subscribe, hit the like button, comment, let me know what you think. I've got a long ways to go probably with the videoing and the editing, and a lot to learn, but let's take the journey together. So this is a look at the pond I was talking about that I constructed. Or really, I constructed a dam. This was a ravine that I dammed up. I figured, hell, if the beavers can do it, why can't I? It was quite the process. I started with a wheelbarrow and a shovel. Slowly decided my tractor, its front end bucket, might help me out a little bit through the process. It took quite a while. I eventually got a smaller 25 horse tractor with a backhoe, kept digging and piling up on the dam as much as I could. And it took me about 5 years to do. This here is the dam that I constructed. Deepest part of the pond's about 14 foot, maybe 16. And the base of the dam's probably about 30-40 foot wide at the bottom, up to about 8 foot at the top. So this is the project we're currently working on. We'll take you inside in just a second, but take you up to my lumber yard up here. Got some logs, some red oak cut about a week ago. I'm gonna sit there and get ready to mill that up here in the next couple weeks. Let it dry. I'm gonna make some wood flooring for the inside with a shaper. This is the sawmill that I do all my work with. We'll take some videos of that, let you know what I think of it. It's a Woodland Mills 125. So far, it's been doing me a good job for the last couple years. There's a little walk around of the cabin. We're gonna add some windows. There's the door to nowhere. We're gonna add a bridge. Up there, the dormer. We'll put 4 windows in that, one on the other side. Let some light on the inside. Well, let's go in. take a look, see what I've done so far. So, as I said, it's all timber framed. Got a couple concrete squares here poured. It's January here in Ohio. Got a fire going. Really wish I would have started taking the videos towards the beginning of this project, but we'll make do with what we've got so far and continue today's project. I'm going to sit there and pour another little slab here. Got to sit there and form it up and pour some concrete. Bring all my concrete in with Quikrete. Now let me get the ladder and I'll show you the upstairs portion. It's going to be a little messy. I don't think I cleaned up after myself last time. So let me take you up there. I'm upstairs now. Give you a little look of the project up here. As I say, one of my projects is going to be doing some wood tongue and groove flooring, I'm thinking. Another project I'm thinking about is where I'm pouring the slab down here, making a rustic spiral staircase to come up to here. All again with stuff we've cut from the property. It's going to be kind of like my off-grid man cave. Nice view out to the pond. This is all stick framed. Been working on it since about July this year. Every piece of lumber put up by hand. A little bit of help from my tractor, getting a few pieces up, but for the most part it's just been me. So, put in the fireplace earlier this fall with the limestone hearth there. We're going to sit there and continue building that. Trim out the whole inside with wood. Probably insulate a little bit. Out in the front we're going to put on a porch. So you got the windows all framed up there. We just got to sit there and buy them. We'll install those together. Put some more windows over in this area. That way we can look out over the ravine. Over there I'm going to put another little window probably. That way we can look back and out. And possibly down there. Maybe put a window, maybe put a little sink. Thinking about making one out of a log. Again, everything in here I'm milling myself, and except for the windows, doors, the roof I used sheeting. It would have taken a little bit too long, I think. And there's a limit on trees, you know, that I can use on my 5-acre property. So I'm trying to make the best out of it, what I can. And I think the OSB was a smarter choice for me. So let's get on with the project that I had in store for today. And we'll get to forming this slab up down here with my Harbor Freight mixer and generator, and then we'll get to pouring it. Okay, so we're back. I've got this formed up, and I'm going to get ready to bring in concrete here in a little bit so I can pour this tomorrow morning. What I did is I sit there and put a 7-inch step in here. This section steps up a little bit. And because it's up against the bank and I don't want water to come in, I'm putting a couple little curbs in along the edge, which I'm going to leave those boards. I did put, I don't know if you can see it, you got some rebar that goes from that post all the way over to that pier there, and I got it tied into those piers there. I did leave some screws in the back side to hold that board on afterwards. That way you won't see any fasteners from the front side. The way I attached here is I use a 3/16 masonry bit, some tie wire, and a double head nail, commonly known as a pinch nail. Screw those in at height. I got the plastic up against the barrier so it doesn't adhere to the wall. And I set it all with this little $25 laser to give me all my elevations for it. One thing you'll notice is when I set these piers or columns for the timber framing, I set them up off the piers a little bit, tied them in with hurricane straps, and it's also got a piece of rebar going up through the middle so they can't shift side to side. This is our water source for tomorrow. So got to break up the ice, get an opening so we can grab a bucket and haul it in for the cement tomorrow. Okay, so we're back out here today. Beautiful morning, especially for January. This is where we're going to be getting our water today. Brought down a little more cement mix this morning, and I put about 20 bags in here last night. Got a fire stoked up, get a little bit of heat in here. And this is my setup. This is the way I've been doing these. I've got Harbor Freight mixer, and I just put down a couple boards so it doesn't spill and spills into here. And then we're gonna put a layer down, throw some rebar reinforcement in over top of about an inch and a half of cement. I'll show a little bit of this in the video, but a lot of it's really repetitive. So we'll show the steps. Let's get started. Okay guys, so told you we put in some rebar, some reinforcement. These are all like 3.5, 4 foot pieces. A job I was working on was actually throwing them away. So I thought about it at the time and said I could use these on my projects. So rather than going in the trash, going to waste, decided to take them home and use them in this project. I got this 7-inch thickened slab here, which I actually bent the bars. I don't know if we can get a look. I bent them up one way and then the other way so it would step up. And then we have the rebar at the bottom. Now we're pointing some of the top of these curves. I don't know if we can see that. So we got about 1.5 inches of concrete in here right now, and we're going to continue on the project. Just thought I'd take a second and show you. Here's what it looked like. It's like right after I poured it. And it flattened out. The light's really making it look rigid, but it's actually not too bad. We're going to wait a couple hours. We're going to come back with our flat trowels. Come back every couple hours and give it another swipe. We're not going to try to burn it in. It's not going to look like the garage floor once they get the power trowels on it and burn it in. We're just going for a smooth finish, semi-smooth finish, like my other slabs in here. Alright, we'll be back in a couple hours. I returned several different times in the evening to trowel the concrete to give it the appearance I was looking for. Okay, here it is. I'm no cement finisher, but it serves my purpose. You'll notice the rebar sticking up. That's the start of the spiral staircase. Thanks for watching, and feel free to follow me through my future projects.